welcome back to another episode of To The Prem with Great Yarmouth. So last episode you saw us, we had a draw, 0-0 draw with the team that are top of the league, Felixstowe. As you can see, as indicated just up there, 0-0. So I resigned to the fact that we're probably not going to get promoted this year. We are some way off first place. I think we are sitting, let me just work the calculations out. So 38, 48, so it's 10, 14 points off the top. Yes, we can probably catch up with the games, but that is counting on Felixstowe losing the games that they've lost and maybe adding to their draws and the L's column. So realistically, I think we're going to kind of settle for another stint in this league. So let's see how well we can do in this league and actually see if we can progress to a good finish to maybe try and win the league next year. So this tail end is probably just about getting the best position we can in the league. So we're still in January. We're on the 12th of January now, and we've got a couple of games coming up still. So let's have a look at the main schedule for the run-in. So we've got Stanway, God Manchester, and we've got Felixstowe again in the League Cup quarter-final, and then Ely. So probably we'll get through to the Felixstowe Cup game before the end of this episode. So let's see how we get on today. So our next game is against Stanway here. And as you can see, we've got a nice little report there. They're going to play 4-4-2. And they're currently 16th in the table. So again, going back, we've always, in the past, we've not fared so greatly against teams lower in the league than us, or that lower in the league than us. So we will we'll see how we get on with Stanway. Gonna have a look at the lineup as well and see how we're getting on, and seeing if we need to make any replacements or tweaks to the squad. I think that's kind of what's happening. I mean, we've hit a couple of games now where we're drawing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's better than losing, of course. However, we always want the W, the win. So we'll see what happens, and we'll have a look at the team tactics. Don't think I'll be investing in any other players in at the moment. I think I'm quite content with the players we've got. I think we're happy with the squad we've got. As you know, we've done a bit of bulking over the Christmas period, brought in a couple of extra players. So we'll see what happens. So here we go. We've got a couple of news items. So Stanwell face us. There's a difficult challenge for them. This is a little bit of a scouting update. And here's the match preview. So we have Adrian Holmes, who's refereed 65 matches this season, issued 129 yellow cards and 7 red cards. Looking at the last couple of games that we've played, we've drawn the last 4 games, 0-0, 1-1, 0-0, 0-0. So we have stopped scoring by the looks of it. So maybe a change up front may be due. We did bring in Malcolm as a signing into the last game, as well as Thema Lucullus and Eddie Hutchinson. Now what I am going to do, I am going to replace this guy and put him there. And put Sidhu back onto the pitch, because I think Sidhu has played pretty well for us when he has played. So pop him on the pitch. We've got Wayne Clark. We've got Sam Hayes. He's out for a while. I think he's out for 5 to 11 days, so he shouldn't be back too long. But this one's going to be our big one. He's out for 5 months. May not even get back into the team this season. So we are dependent on who we've got at the moment. So let's crack on with the game. Yeah, we know they'll be lacking a bit of match fitness. As you can see, their familiarity to the tactic that we use is very good. It's very high. So it shows that they're coming around to the way of my playing. And Felixstowe have a tough game with Collecton, who we drew 1-1 with. So hopefully they can pull out a result for us and push the gap in. But like I say, resigned the fact that we are 14 points behind the league leaders, and it's very unlikely that we will win the league. I'm not saying we can't, because we still have every hope to try and win that league. There's still games to be won and lost, but the way Felixstowe have been, they haven't been defeated this season, and we're into January, the tail end of the league. We'll have to see what goes. So here we go on kick-off. So there we go. They got the first chance off within 35 seconds. Bit disappointing, but hey, this is football. So there we go, really. We haven't seen any action really in the first half, apart from the odd one chance which was happened right at the beginning of the game. And so far, I haven't seen Felixstowe come up in the top right-hand corner of any results coming in. So that might be a good sign. So at half-time, 0-0. I'm just going to see if we can kind of encourage them to go out and do something. I might look at bringing on Whitehurst on in the second half. But I might bring him on a little bit early, depending on how Malcolm fares. So good save by the experienced Wilson there, which is just what I brought him in for. Felixstowe have gone 1-0 up now, which isn't a good sign. Which means we definitely have to win to keep up. And they were very lucky there. They should have scored off the crossbar. Another corner for them. Great play by Blackett there to set up the goal for Rory Giddens. Blackett, of course, is our left back. Great start for us in the second half. So I think I'm going to be bringing on a substitution now. And it will be Whitehurst for Malcolm. So there we go. Bringing on the striker. Hopefully he can come in and bag a goal or so. That was surely a foul. Not looking good for us. We're not seeming to making any movements here really. So I'm going to bring on Thema Lucullus. Hopefully he can bring something to the team. And we have a penalty, so that's a good start. With 9 minutes left, at least we can maybe bring it back to a draw if Hutchinson can put the penalty away. He can, that's good. So another result slipping our way, another draw. So we're very much hitting that draw spell there. And Felixstowe had a 3-0 victory against Clacton. So again, not looking good if they're pulling away by 2 other points. So that puts them now 16 points clear from us, which isn't good. Just a shame because we went on that great run where we were actually winning some great games and putting a good run together. And now all of a sudden we've just kind of hit that spell where we don't seem to be scoring the goals. I can't kind of put my finger on why we're not scoring the goals. You know, we've got the players. In fact, I've improved in some positions, I feel. But we're just not scoring the goals. So, don't know, maybe we'll have a little retweak of the team and sit and see if there's anything we can do and try and improve the areas that we're in, because you know I feel we are lacking the goals now, and it's not good having, you know, the strikers that we've got and not producing the goals that we need. So yeah, we've got God Manchester next, and they are 19th, 18th in the league even. Sorry, I think they were 19th previous game. And then we've got Felixstowe a couple of days later in the quarterfinals, with the semi-final draw as well that day. So as you can see, we've got God Manchester, who are 18th in the league at the moment, and look, we've got Ely, who are 16th in the league. So as you can see, the run that we've got now are very much the teams that are kind of at the bottom end of the table. We should be putting results up against them. We really, really should. And I'm a bit disappointed that we've just hit that, like I say, dry, barren spell of not scoring goals. I don't know kind of what's happened with the mojo of the team. But hopefully, I'm hoping for a positive result against God Manchester, and hopefully can get back to scoring ways. Who knows? So apparently we're favourites for the clash here against God Manchester. So let's have a look, and so I'm going to have a fiddle with the lineup and see if there's anything we can do. Oh, so we've got a postponement there, so we've got a little bit more time to wait. Looks like there must have been a frozen pitch or a waterlogged pitch or something that's caused that. I didn't really read it. I'll have a little read in 2 seconds when the game kicks off. But hey, gives us a bit more of an advantage if Felixstowe drop points here, that we can maybe try and help close the gap. But however, don't feel that would be possible at present. So I'm just hoping that because of that, psychologically, we could maybe get a result there. So Felixstowe drew 0-0, so yeah, we can close the gap by 2 points if, and that's a bit of a turnout for the books there. Antonio Conte's been sacked as Chelsea manager. Who would have thought? Where are Chelsea sitting in the Premier League at the moment? They're sitting 11th. With the squad that they've got, I'd still think they would win the league, but it looks like they are not. They're sitting currently 11th. Pep Guardiola of Man City is favourite to take over, which I find very, very strange. And look at that, Pochettino of Tottenham is in the prospect of looking at the sack, getting in the sack race. Where are Tottenham in the league? 4th in the league, and they're looking. No, that's so absolute rubbish there. So the reason it was postponed was due to a waterlogged pitch at the ground. Not good for my maintenance team, and obviously our budgets as well, our finance as well. Let's hope they can clear it in time for the home game against Felixstowe in the cup. So one good thing is we've got Hayes back, which I can probably put him in, maybe not this game, but the next game. Back to our defence and put the other defender as backup. But depending, the other guy might, Blackett, he didn't really have a good game last game, did he? So I don't think Blackett's our left back, is he? I think he's our central defender. I need to look into that. So we got 3. So we're hopeful. They reckon it's going to be a tight game. We are favourites. Don't understand why, but we are favourites. And look at our form to look at their form. 2 wins and 3 draws, and just draws for us. Last 5 games, that's terrible. So, no, it's Brown and... How is Brown and Hayes? So Hayes' form is slightly better, but I don't think he'll be ready for action straight away. But we'll see. What I might do, because it is a cup game, I might just absolute alter the team and see if they make a difference with the different players that we put out. So we've got the semi-final draw. Let's have a look at the draw of the prospect of who we may face. So there we go. We may get Eli or Saffron Walden in the next round, and we get a home time as well. So it's not too bad. Just depends on how it goes against Felixstowe. Could this be their first defeat, or their first main defeat? Because obviously they would have gone out of the Vase and the FA Cup. But could this be their first defeat of the season? Who knows? Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the teams and change it around. So I'm going to clear the whole squad, and I'm actually going to put Jury in goal for this. I'm going to put, we'll stick with Zanelli. But I'm going to put George, and I'm actually going to give Ben a rest, I think, in this game. So George is going to get a shout, along with Shane, and then fullback, I'm going to leave it with Mr. Brown just for today. Midfield, I think we will use Ryan. Harry. And Carl, I think we'll go with them. Wingers, I'm gonna go with Wayne. Give him a shout, give him a start. And Callum, and up front, I'm actually going to mix it up completely. I'm going to put Ray Ford in. He hasn't played a couple of games recently, so let's put Ford in. Put Wilson on the bench along with Jackson. Yeah, Tom will go on. We'll put Sidhu as normal, and let's put Atkins. Let's put Atkins in because he's played pretty well for me recently. So there we go. So that's my lineup. Changing it round just a teeny weeny bit. So some new players in there, or different players from what we played in the last couple of games. Resting some players, but kind of showing we need a point. All fairness to our goalie, he's the last 4 games kept us in it. We've let in 2 goals in the last 4 games, so he's a decent goalkeeper. But however, we need to maybe I need to change up my kind of comments as well, maybe to give him a bit of a sparing. But hey ho, here is the League Cup quarterfinals. It's Great Yarmouth versus Felixstowe, who are top of the current league. I'm not expecting us to get a result. If we do, brilliant. If we don't, I wasn't expecting anything anyway from here. So here we go. Looks like Felixstowe put out a normal team, strong team as well. There we go, 2-0 down. 31 minutes ago. Can't really say we're out of it yet. Look at the last game we had, or one of the games we had, where we were 2-0 down, brought 1 goal back. They went 3-1 up, and we brought it back and won it 4-3. So can't say we're out of it just yet. Can probably say if they get another goal here, I probably can say we're out of it. That may be the case here. There we go. Definitely out of the game now. 3-0 down. So yeah, I'm going to lay into a little bit and just say, look, we should be doing better than this. And Ford gets us 1 goal back, 53rd, 54th minute. Look at that. It's going to give Felixstowe a good confidence boost as well for them going into the next game, because obviously they've gone through a bit of a barren spell as well. A couple of draws, win, draw, win. Whereas obviously we've gone through draw, 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 draw. So, yeah. Look at Ricky Jury's rating, 5.7. He's had a shocking game today. But, like I say, this game wasn't really on my cards. It wasn't really a competition I was going for. And I've said that all along. If you've just joined me in this episode, have a look back at either a previous episode when we played the cup games. You can always see that I've always said this isn't been a priority. So I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, but hey ho, let's go from that to the next game. So we are out of the quarterfinals. Good luck to Felixstowe. I think they'll probably win that cup. Did they say anything about us finally losing? No one says anything about us making that final loss. I think it only does that on league games, so hopefully that might give us a bit of a moral boost. Trying to get some words out of me there, to try and unsettle my player, maybe make him a bit unhappy, but stick by him as much as I can. Harry Palmer for a goalkeeper. Hey, there we go. Look at that. London Colony. He was a free transfer, but he's now been signed up on a free. I think I was just scouting him to see what he was. So, on a save game now. And I think this is probably a good time to end it there. So, guys, thank you for watching. Still on a bit of a bad run, obviously. Another 2 draws and a loss. Although the loss did come in the League Cup, so nothing too major there. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.